So, Carson Wentz did not have a good game last night, Brooks, against the Chargers. Getting banged up a lot, making some bad decisions. It's time for him to maybe look into the sunset and start maybe looking at those retirement plans.
Maybe it's time for you to start believing in J.J. McCarthy as a starting quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings now.
Well, that's not what's going on here yet, but in terms of Carson Wentz, yeah, it might be over for him, but we will never forget that 2020 or 17 run.
2020, you about to say 2022.
I know, but he was not there for that one. But let's jump into it. We got a lot to talk about.
Welcome to the greatest podcast on earth. Nothing agreed. We have a great show for you tonight, so stay tuned and buckle up.
Yo, welcome back to another episode of Nothing Agreed. Back with the boys today. We got some coverage. We got the Chargers winning Thursday night football, but we got a week 8 slate. Ooh, okay, week 8 slate. Yo, B-Dub, how are you feeling?
Feeling good. How about you?
Big day Friday. That's what we'll say. A lot of stuff going on this Friday. But we're feeling good. This week has been absolutely horrible in terms of workload.
Mm-hmm.
So Friday is kind of the second to last day of my workload, and then Sunday when I get to watch some NFL, chill, relax, have a good time. There we go, baby. Looking forward to it.
But NFL does not start on Sunday. It starts on Thursday. We had a game last night. Chargers and Vikings in L.A., where the Chargers handedly beat the Vikings. They were never really in that game. We mentioned it before. Carson Wentz did not have a good performance. Back-to-back pretty bad weeks for him. Turnovers, bad decisions. Not all his fault, though. The Minnesota Vikings offensive line is horrid. Definitely bottom 5. Injury-ridden. Whatever you want to say, it's not good. So, yeah. Vikings got some questions moving forward. That's my takeaway for them after this game. We can talk about the Chargers here in a second, but you mentioned time for J.J. McCarthy to step in and take the reins, change the things up, but I don't think that's going to happen, if I'm being completely honest.
Well, it is going to happen.
It's not. I mean, look at that offensive line. It's terrible.
What do you mean by take the other reins? Because J.J. McCarthy is starting.
Yeah, that's what I mean, but he's not going to turn everything around is what I meant.
I don't think he's going to turn everything around, but he's definitely going to start for the Minnesota Vikings next week. Yeah. Carson Wentz showing his true colors.
Yeah, it's time for him to hang it up.
I don't know about hang it up. I mean, you're going to make as much money as possible. He still had a couple good games in there, but he's not a starting NFL caliber quarterback for your win now Super Bowl contender Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, well, J.J. McCarthy also isn't the answer.
He's a better answer, in my opinion, than Carson Wentz. So
I think the best answer would have been holding on to Sam Darnold, but that's neither here nor there.
True. I mean, if you're going to pay him $40 million, then go ahead.
Yeah, or maybe keep Daniel Jones. He was also there for a bit.
Oh, my God. Wow. I totally forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez Louise. What a pull right there. I forgot about that. Was that a release and sign, right?
Yeah, they signed him after
that was crazy.
Giants released him.
That was crazy.
So yeah, they had Sam Darnold and Daniel Jones. I'm surprised you haven't seen the memes on Instagram, but yeah, they had both of them. Drafted J.J. McCarthy, which, yeah, you draft a rookie quarterback, I guess you want to give him a shot, but hindsight, I mean,
he's literally played 2 football games.
Okay, but still, this is a team that's okay. We could pull up the tape.
Super Bowl contenders. They're not Super Bowl contenders.
They were last year.
They are. What world are we living?
Okay, sorry, you're right. They weren't Super Bowl contenders last year, and they're not this year. Last year they were a competitive playoff team. This year they won't make the playoffs.
They did only have 3 losses, but we're talking about Super Bowl teams.
They're not making the playoffs this year.
Probably not.
Yeah, that's my point.
And if they had Sam Darnold, I still don't think they make the playoffs this year.
I don't know. I mean, Sam Darnold's a top 5 quarterback in the NFL right now.
Okay, so there are microphones on this, right? And unfortunately, we have to give you one to talk because that was absolutely horrible what you just said.
Is he not having a top 5 season right now?
You think he's a top 5 quarterback?
In this season, right? Yeah, and
Top
from the
5
start of this
quarterback?
season to yeah, he is. He's playing
All
like a
right.
top 5 quarterback in the league. So
I
is Daniel
don't-
Jones.
Daniel Jones, I can say, sure. Sam Darnold?
I mean, let's pull up his stats. I mean, he's having a great game. His number one receiver leads the league in receiving yards, so you
That
got to
doesn't
be
mean he's a
having a
top
good
5
throw.
quarterback.
Yeah, I think he's.
So Mahomes, Baker, Daniel Jones, Dak Prescott, I would say are easily 4 guys that are having better seasons than him.
Mhm.
And then all you have to do is just throw a fifth in there. Maybe you can even say Herbert. I mean, Herbert is, I think, one of the top pass per yard in the league, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but
You can
Sam
talk-
Darnold's had a more consistent season.
You could talk about Drake May, because Drake May not only gets it done in the air, but gets it done on the ground. Also, an MVP favorite right there. So I don't think he's a top 5 quarterback in this
Okay.
league.
Well, can we say he's a top 10 then? Can we agree on that?
On performance this season,
We're
I
talking
would
about
put him
this
in that.
season. This
And
season
performance
as an individual season.
Performance
Yes.
this season, I can put him in the latter half of the top 10.
Okay. JJ McCarthy and Carson Wentz are both bottom sub 30. Okay. So that's my point.
JJ McCarthy has played 2 football games.
And we both sat here
2.
and openly said those were 2 of the worst football performances we've ever seen by a quarterback.
In week 1, yes. Week 2, no.
Yes. He had a horrible game.
Week 2, no. His offensive linemen are third-string guys, and
I
you're saying JJ
know.
McCarthy's a horrible quarterback.
I'm not okay.
If Sam Darnold's back there, he's going to hit 10 times. He's getting sacked 7 times a game.
That's probably true. But I mean, I don't know. He's more proven.
Also, JJ McCarthy did not have Jordan Addison either.
Yeah, that's also true. You're fair.
So
That's fair.
he's missing players.
But
I mean,
he still had the number 1 receiver in the league though.
In my opinion,
Exactly,
I
yeah.
think so. I think Justin Jefferson's the number 1 guy. But when you're losing Jordan Addison, what can I do? Okay, now I can bump coverage, right? Now I can double team you, right? Now I can shade you, stuff like that.
It's not like they don't. It's not like they don't have other weapons. I mean, they signed Adam Thielen for that purpose. They
Bro thinks Adam Thielen's back in 2021.
I'm not saying he's a prime wide receiver,
Dude,
but he
like,
can be a reliable number
he's on
2 for a couple
walking cane
weeks.
out there. He's 40 years old, basically.
Do they not have T.J. Hawkinson out there as well? I mean, it's
Okay,
not
why
like
do
it's
people-
not like
why
it's
do people-
Justin Jefferson
Why
against
do
the
people
world.
overrate T.J. Hawkinson? Crazy.
Because he's a reliable, safe
He's a
pass
reliable
catcher.
mid-tier tight end.
I mean, he's pretty consistent in his play style, for my
He's a
opinion.
reliable mid-tier tight end.
All right. Regardless, they're not winning anything this season because regardless if it's quarterback play or offensive line play, they just don't have it. Defensively, I got to fix this in a second, but defensively, they don't have it either. I mean, just look what they gave up to. Just look what they gave up to Justin Herbert, who is playing like a top 5 quarterback in the league in the league this season. But I mean, he's also proven that he's still the old same Justin Herbert. You give him some sort of, I mean, look at the Giants game, look at the Commanders game. Like he's not like this different player now. He's still the same kind of guy. He makes mistakes. He loses to bad teams. So, and this is a Brian Flores team that, I mean, 2 weeks ago is the number 1 passing defense in the league and has now led up 2 big games to quarterbacks. So you got to sit back and look at that as well. So yeah, kind of at the end of the day, I just don't see the Vikings going anywhere, regardless of who they throw out at quarterback.
Yeah, now you're not talking about the offense, talking about the defense.
Right. But I'm just talking about as the team as a whole is not going anywhere.
I mean,
regardless of who they throw out at quarterback.
Also, Sam Darnold has Jackson Smith and Jigba, as you say, probably the best wide receiver in the league. Your opinion.
Season. Yeah.
Your opinion. So how much does that aid him? You know?
It's fair.
So it's not like Sam Darnold's like pushing all these numbers and he's got decent weapons. I mean, you do look at that Seattle team. They do have some solid weapons. I mean, they do have 2 good running backs in Charbonnet and Walker.
Mm-hmm.
You have Jackson Smith and Jigba. Good solid options across the board around them, and they can make a clean pocket. The Vikings cannot make a clean pocket. So
that's fair. And at the end of the day, yeah, that's the big problem. So
exactly.
Yeah, but yeah, I just don't think that JJ McCarthy coming out here is going to change this team around.
I don't think it's going to change his team around, but it's definitely a better option than Carson Wentz.
That we can agree on.
Thank you.
Let's move to the other side of the ball. Chargers, pretty good game. Down there starting 2 running backs. And remind me who comes in and steps up, has a big game. I forget the name.
Vidal.
Yeah, that's right. But yeah, he gets his chance to shine, and he's shown,
Little
or he shined.
Kimani Vidal, baby.
Yeah.
Kimani Vidal. He had like over 100 yards and a touchdown. Big performance for him for the fantasy owners as well. Quentin Johnson had me a huge game with 0 catches and 0 yards.
Yep. Lad McConkey.
Thanks. Lad McConkey, I have him too in my leagues. He had me a good game.
There you go.
So finally a little breakout for him. But Chargers, man, bounce back. That was the bounce back dominant performance we have missed since week 3 from the like week 2, week 3 area from the Chargers. So good to see they can still kind of put it back together. It wasn't kind of an early, momentum run.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll watch the Chargers moving forwards. 5-3. I think they're still winning their division, I believe, because they've beaten every other team in their division, so they have those tiebreakers as of now. But yeah, definitely need to keep winning to stay ahead of those other 2 teams, because that's easily the most competitive division in the AFC this season.
I would say so, yeah. Let's move forward.
All right. 1 o'clock games, Sunday. Best day of the week, right, Brooks?
For me, at least.
Well, you're starting with a stinker. Jets, Bengals.
I don't know if that's a stinker. I think it's a stinker on the Jets side. But I'm excited to see what the Bengals can do after Thursday Night Football last week. A little extended rest. Joe Flacco with a big game.
Mm-hmm.
Jamar Chase against now one of the most overrated corners in the league in Sauce Gardner. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I think this is a Bengals victory. Again, funny thing about the Jets, they're 0-7. I feel like every single week somehow I feel like they can somehow put on a good game. Like I still feel like they can somehow put in a piece for a good game, but I don't got faith in them this week on the road. Give me the Bengals.
Yeah, I think any sane team's going to pick the Bengals to beat the team that hasn't won a game yet, especially when the owner comes out and says he has no confidence in the quarterback that he paid. So, yeah.
Yep.
Just a bad all-around organization right now. So, yeah, I don't think there's any reason to think they're going to win anything. So, let's move right along. Bears-Ravens. Lamar Jackson is coming back. Kind of last shot for the Ravens, I feel like. Can you prove to the world that you can do something? It's sitting at 1-5. Had the bye week, so had some extra rest, get some guys healthy, kind of get some schemes down, some better, just get everything kind of patched up. So we've seen teams that have rough starts, get early buys, and then go on these insane runs. So it's not out of the realm of possibility. We've both kind of sat here and said it's probably over, just the way this team looks. But like I said, this is entirely possible for them to come out of this bye week and go on a heater with the talent they have in that organization. So they're playing the Bears at home, Brooks. What do we think?
See, the offense may have the talent, but defense is my concern. The defense. Look, is this a game? They're playing a very hot Bears team. Now, the Bears are the team that when they go very hot, they're going to find their way to cool themselves down.
It's the Bears.
It's the Bears. But it's the Ravens this year, man. It's the Ravens this year. And it kind of scares me that they're 6.5-point favorites, which is a big – Vegas has a lot of faith in them. My only thing is I just don't know how much faith I have in that defense. I think the offense is going to put it back together. Lamar is – my God, you put Lamar on any team, that's a – see, that right there, if we're talking no performance from the season, that right there's a top 5 quarterback in the league that now you're throwing into the team. So – this could be a huge thing for the Ravens, but if it's going to happen, it's got to happen now because, if you look at the AFC, kind of can be a boat race, but they need to boat race themselves to the division lead. So they need to get themselves there now, particularly because we'll get to the Sunday night game, which is from the division leader. So they need to do it now, get the job done.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're certainly not talking about any sort of division leads right now, but yes, we just need to see if they can get back on track. John Harbaugh's kind of in this corner. Everyone's calling for his job. But he's an experienced guy. He's a Super Bowl winning coach. He knows how the league works, so he probably also understands the severity of this situation and kind of, I guess, gift of the early bye is. So we'll see how he and his team responds to that. They took all the ping pong tables and video games out of the game room or the locker room, Brooks. So they seem to be serious. But we'll see what they do, and we'll move right along. Dolphins-Falcons. I'll let you have it.
Oh, well, thank you. Again, I try to keep my analysis quick and sweet for my team. If they lose this game, a lot of things are going to be broken. That's all I need to say. 7.5 point favorites. You're playing a team that's probably one of the worst teams in the league. Barron called that at the start of the year. Applause, Barron. Good job. And they have not won a road game this year. Give me the Atlanta Falcons, please. Thank God, win the fucking football game. There you go.
Yeah, this is a Falcons football team that has a good defense, and this is a Dolphins
We
offense that is not good. Tua Tagovailoa is terrible. He can't even see over the line. Apparently, did you see that? His most recent press conference, he's outright.
just get him out, dude. Just get him
He
out.
came out right and basically just said, "Yeah, I can't see over the offensive and
I
defensive
kind of feel
linemen." So
bad for Mike McDaniel, yo. I kind of feel
no, it's okay.
bad.
It's okay. Take the money the Dolphins gave you, leave Miami, come to
Come to the
Philadelphia as an
party.
offensive
Call the
consultant, and he'll win a
coordinator.
Super Bowl. That's
All
all
right.
it takes.
All
But
right. Now we
back
heard
to the
that.
Dolphins and the Falcons. Yeah, other side of the ball, Falcons offense. I picked up Michael Penix for fantasy, so if he lets me down, then I'm gonna be on his ass.
He'll let you down.
All right. So hopefully doesn't that works. I also have Kyle Pitts having to step up for whatever his name is, the guy or Trey McBride. So I also need him to have a big game. But ultimately, that ball is going to go through Bijan Robinson, who's, as Brooks said, the best running back in the league. And yeah, I don't think Dolphins have any sort of answer for that, and they're gonna dominate them. But we'll see. Like you said, it is the Falcons.
Yeah. We have a good offense and good defense. We just need to put them together on the same game. That's all.
Now, this next game is actually one of the ones I'm really looking forward to, and that's the Bills and the Panthers.
Give me the
Because
Bills. Give me the Bills to boat race the Panthers.
because if the Panthers win this game, right, they're the best home team in football so far, or one of, and they're at home. This is in Carolina. The Bills are kind of struggling. Granted, they also have a bye, just kind of like we talked about the Ravens struggling early, get that bye, go on to win a lot. So they probably will trample them. But I don't know. If the Panthers win this game, I'm going to buy in. That's going to be a football team that we're going to have to watch out for. And I think that's going to save Bryce Young probably an extra year if they can pull that together, because that will be two. Granted, you played the Jets last week, but you hadn't won a road game yet. So that'll be two kind of big, okay, maybe this team has it sort of games for me at least.
Um. Okay. No. I also think Bryce Young may not be playing.
Okay, then never mind.
He has that injured ankle. And he's doubtful, so I
Okay.
don't think he's playing.
So disregard everything I just said.
I'll take the Bills.
Yep.
To boat race the Panthers.
Yep. Okay. Never mind. So yeah, Bills are going to win by 30. Let's move on.
All right. Let's move on.
49ers, Texans.
The Texans are 2.5 point favorites.
To me, this Texans team's kind of in a similar spot as the Ravens with this game. You're at home, had a rough start to the season. This is a good football team kind of coming to town that's been playing really well. So yeah, this is kind of your last shot to me. Can you prove that you've got it for the season? Personally, I think no. They also have a bad offensive line, and it might just be time to say it how it is. C.J. Stroud might not be that good. I mean, he hasn't had the greatest offensive line his whole career, but we've seen guys do more with less that are just weren't not held to as high of a standard as he was coming off that rookie season. So it might just be time to call it how it is, Brooks. He just might not be that good. Defensively though, Texans defense is good. We'll see how they do against Christian McCaffrey. What they have for Kyle Shanahan. I don't know who's he's throwing out there at quarterback. I mean, to me, it doesn't make a difference. But yeah, George Kittle will be playing. I think he was active for last week. He didn't have a big game, but he will be this week. So yeah, we will see what the 49ers can do against the Texans. I'm probably going to pick the 49ers, which is rare, I know, but I just don't think this Texans team
I don't
has
need to
what
say
it
much. I'm
takes.
taking them. They just
Yeah.
find ways to win games. Mac Jones, to me, is the starting quarterback of this team. They find ways to win games. Boom. There you go.
Yeah. So let's move on. Eagles Giants rematch from 2 weeks ago.
Yep. We don't need much analysis from this game.
Is there anything you want to say?
Eagles cover the spread. next.
Cover the spread.
Yeah,
What is the spread? Oh,
7.5.
okay. Well, hold on. I mean, this is a team that trampled us by like 20 points last time.
Yep.
Okay. I mean, I agree with you, but you don't want to. There's no insight to the Giants or anything. I mean, one of the
Giants
big
have a
big
good football team.
one of the
Um,
big things in the NFL. Brandon Graham's back for the
Brandon
Eagles.
Graham's back. Philly's gonna put Sard in the grass. That's gonna kill Jackson's Dart ankle. Boom.
No,
Game
we
over.
don't do that. We don't play on that turf.
Um,
We're also wearing our special
Kelly Green.
jerseys. Yeah.
Give me the Eagles by 21.
Jalen Hurts has never lost in those. So.
Yeah, give me the Eagles by 21.
Yeah. Pretty easy. Everyone should be healthy, so we'll see. And actually, AJ Brown might not be playing though.
Give me the Eagles by 19.
Okay, I still just don't like this. Okay, we don't have a great offensive line. The Giants
Yep.
have the best defensive line in football.
Yep.
We saw last week last time they played, Saquon Barkley did nothing.
Sucks.
I mean, you don't see any sort of chance there's going to be sort of a similar dilemma.
Give me the Eagles.
Okay, let's move on then. But for everyone else out there, don't be surprised if the Giants win again. Browns Patriots.
You know what's funny about this game?
Hmm.
I kind of like the Browns to cover the spread. Give me the Patriots to win, but I just feel like the defense is going to throw Drake May into something. And I love Drake May, but I feel like that defense is going to throw him in something. I'm going to take the Patriots to win. I like the defense to do something, though. And my thing, let's watch out for Quinshon Judkins, baby. He's been on fire for this team. So I want to see what Quinshon can do, Drake May can do. And I want to see that defense, the Browns, how competitive can they make this football game?
Yeah. Should make it pretty competitive, but at the end of the day, I do think the Patriots are going to win this game.
Yep.
I think they're just more talented all around. I don't know. Dylan Gabriel might have something special for you in New England, but
Double up.
at that point, it's just we're kind of just waiting to see if he's got anything, but we just don't know yet. So, yeah, I think the Patriots are going to win that game, but like you said, Quinshon Judkins has been on fire. I would not be surprised if the Browns pulled something out. Buccaneers Saints.
Our first 4:00 game, Baron.
Yeah, let's move on now.
All right.
Buccaneers, Titans, Colts.
I'll take the Saints. Titans, Colts. Give me the most overrated team in the league in the Colts.
All right, yeah. I'll also take the Colts. Titans aren't that good, and the
Yep.
Colts are playing like one of the best teams in football. Here's a good game: Broncos, Cowboys.
Okay. In my pick'em, I picked Denver. I'm just gonna say it now. I picked Denver. Denver. Look, the defense wasn't so great last week. They played a very good Jackson Dart that game. And they're playing not probably, the best offense in the league in the Dallas Cowboys. But I'm still going to take Denver. I think Mile High is going to help. I think that defense with Bonito coming around the edge, I think he's going to make a couple plays that's going to help kind of cool the passing game down a little bit. You have PS2 on the corner that can get you either CeeDee Lamb or George Pickens, and I think can do well in coverage. And you have a solid team overall that I think at home is going to get the job done. The Broncos are the weirdest team in the league at 5-2, 3-0 at home. It feels like every single time they're either they're like 1-6 or 6-1. I think that they're going to go 6-2. However, give me Denver.
I'm also going to take Denver. I think ultimately it's going to come down to the Cowboys defense, and they're not good, like you said. But they had a great fourth quarter last week. Sorry about that. Had a great fourth quarter last week in the game, but they need to have a better start to win this game, I feel like. But, yeah, I think ultimately their offense is just going to be too much for the Cowboys to handle. And eventually at some point that Broncos defense, I think, is going to get a couple stops. So we'll see. Javonte Williams is playing his old team though, and he's been playing like a top 5 running back. So maybe he's got something he's been saving for them. We'll
Exactly.
see.
We'll see.
We'll see. But let's move on to probably biggest game of the week. Packers playing the Steelers.
On paper, this should be the Packers win. Now, it's not on paper. You play the game on the field. And my God, I feel like Packers are a team where it's like, you're 4-1-1. You get the wins, but my God, I feel like you're going to lose almost every game.
Oh yeah. We look at their last few games, right?
Spread's been kicked down from 3.5 to 2.5.
I mean, the Packers are just that team that played to their competition. You look at their game against the Browns. It was a tough, physical game it was 13-10. That's how the Browns play football. They win. They win with their running game and defense, low scoring. Packers played to that competition. You look at the Cardinals. That was another late game win for the Packers, but the Cardinals are one of those teams that they're pretty balanced. They make mistakes, but they're pretty consistent in how they throw and run the football. Their games usually end around 20 to 28 points, 20-23. So that's just my point. They play how their opponents play, whether that's good or bad. I'd say the best game they had all season was week 1 against the Lions, and it just feels like it's slowly going downhill. So you're right. This is a big game for them. They need to win this game. And yeah, Aaron Rodgers though, playing the old team. He also came out and said this week that he one day plans to retire with Green Bay. So
yeah, that's true.
It's a big game for a lot of people. That's why it's a Sunday Night Football game. But you're right, Steelers. They just find, like you said, they just kind of find ways to win. That's how Mike Tomlin plays, whether it's by defense or by offense. So for me, key to this game is how well does Aaron Rodgers play. Because if he's getting beat up and dominated by that defensive line, then it's probably not going to be a good day. But if he's on point, gets time in the pocket, makes the right throws, I do think there's some weaknesses in that Packers secondary that can be exploited. We know DK Metcalf's over there. I'm trying to forget who's their wide receiver too. Regardless,
for the Steelers,
yeah,
you got Washington, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's right. Regardless, they got some running backs they like to use. Pat Freiermuth. So, yeah, there's a reason the Steelers are 4-2. They had a rough kind of start to the season, but they've been slowly, like that's the thing. It's sort of like opposite for them. The Steelers had their defense looked pretty bad to start the season, and it's slowly been getting better and better. And the Packers looked pretty good to start the season. It's to me slowly been looking worse. So I'm gonna take the Steelers. See what happens.
Their receiving is weird. So it's Calvin Austin the second is their wide receiver 2. But you look at the receiving numbers. It's DK Metcalf at 406, Freiermuth at 187, Jalen Warren at 184, and Calvin Austin at 139. Yeah. So if there's a team that needs a second receiver, if you're Pittsburgh, if you want to make that run, you kind of have that number right there.
If only they had a young guy who was a very reliable wide receiver too.
Who has not many attitude problems. Wait. All right. Funny thing about Aaron Rodgers, 14 touchdown passes, 5 interceptions, 9 sacks. I feel like 9 sacks is very low coming into week 8. So that offensive line kept him.
They've been keeping him up, and he's been getting rid of the ball.
So there you go.
But yeah, we're not going to talk about Monday night yet. That'll be next week.
Feel like we've gone through this one pretty good.
Was there any other overarching storylines you want to cover before we?
On? There's this really big overarching storyline that we always cover.
Before you do your thing, we have time. We don't need to just jump right into it.
We don't
make sure we didn't miss anything.
We need to hustle. We need to run.
All right, fine, whatever. Go for it.
I don't have much, so let's start going. It's back. Dog of the day brought to you by no one. Baron. If I'm not mistaken, both of us missed our dogs of the day last week.
I already forget who I took.
I took the Jaguars. That missed.
Yeah.
I know that missed.
I think I took the Titans. I'm
You
not.
did take the Titans against
I'm
the
not
Patriots.
taking. I don't think I'm taking them ever again.
And they were winning at some point, and
Yeah, at
then they
some
lost
point.
31-13. So
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah. But you're still down, so you get to go first.
Here's my analysis, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Here's my thought. I feel like the safe pick is the Niners at 2.5. That's the safe pick.
Mm-hmm.
That's the pick where I'm like, they're playing a worse team. I still feel like they're a confident football team. They can get the job done. But that's not my pick. My pick, give me the Chicago
Yeah.
Bears at 6.5, man. Give me the Chicago Bears at 6.5. Hot football team. Lamar, I know he's coming back, but first game back, we'll see how he does. But the Ravens defense, to me, is still one of the worst in the league and needs to get better. This is a football team. The Bears have been playing good football. Give me them to win. Give me that 6.5. And in my pick 'em, I took the Bears as well. Give me that 6.5. Let's try to meet at the bank for that 6.5. I'm at 6.5 total points right now. Let's see if I can double up.
Yeah.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
There's really not a lot of things I like here.
Saints at 4.5 is probably your best bet.
It's not. Buccaneers are pretty good. Saints haven't shown any sort of ounce of being good this season. But
Sunday football 2.5 is actually pretty good too.
yeah, that's also a good one. But I do think the Steelers are gonna win that game. Ooh. I don't know though.
The Steelers are 2.5.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. But like,
they're underdogs.
But they're also. I mean, yeah. There's just questions. Let's
hear it.
You're gonna like this. I'm gonna go with the Giants.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew you were gonna go there in the end. I knew you were gonna go there. You're talking yourself down so much.
Mm-hmm.
But Jalen Hurts has never lost in the Kelly Green Bear. He's never lost in the Kelly Green.
This offensive line for the Eagles has too many issues. Just to ignore. It's just bad. Regardless of injuries, Super Bowl hangover, not enough time to rest, or just regression. I mean, Lane Johnson's like 38, so it's just not the same offensive line it was in the years past. So, and like I said, this is a Giants defensive line that's the best in football. We saw what they did in their first matchup. They controlled the line of scrimmage and dominated that entire game for the most part. The one difference in this game, I think the passing will look better. But like I said, A.J. Brown might not be playing. So Devontae Smith's going to get, like you said, with kind of like J.J. or Justin Jefferson earlier in this episode. If A.J. Brown's out, Devontae Smith's going to get a lot of double coverage looks. So it's going to have to be other guys step up and make plays. And if they aren't letting Saquon Barkley get loose, then it's going to be a long day for that offense, I feel like. And you flip it to the other side, defensively, haven't been great at stopping the run this year, especially running quarterbacks, which is what Jackson Dart has been great at. I mean, you saw what him and Scadaboo did against us last time they played, and I really don't think much has changed since then. It's only been 2 weeks, so yeah. I mean, the one thing I think we got for us, it'll be in the link, it'll be loud, it'll be pounding. I do expect the defense to play a little bit better. It was very injured the last time we played, so yeah. I mean, I'm going to be cheering for the Eagles, but if we go down, at least I won't be too upset.
Wow, that's crazy. All right. Well, I think that's honestly a good pick as well. But I still got the Eagles by 19. So Kelly Green, baby. They're going to win. So
I hope so.
Come on, baby. Let's go Bears. The Bears.
I think they're going to let you down.
The Bears. They probably will. But honestly, 6.5 is a lot of points for that
game. It is
a
lot of points, but
a lot of points for that game.
But at some point, you got to step back and look and be like, "Hey, this is the Bears."
The Bears.
They're not allowed to have football teams like this. So I'm just saying,
well,
the football gods intervene at some point, Brooks.
Anything else you want to add?
Not for this.
That'll be another episode of Nothing Agreed. Thank y'all so much for listening. Who would y'all say is your pick?
Are you even saying anything? Oh, audio cut out. All right, well, tune in next time. We'll catch you guys later. Peace.